Sweet, man. Well, it sounds like this is going to be a great thing for you, John. If you want to fill out the top part of that, and then
actually, dude, is it alright if I just get a flyer? Can you just leave me a flyer with all like the channel lineups, then just leave me your number? I'll call you back if we want to do it.
Gotcha. Yeah, I actually don't carry flyers. There's a ton in the mail. Just out of curiosity, it seems like this is. I mean, you see the benefit, right? Where you're saving a lot of money, you're getting that extra DVR. What would stop you from doing it? Is it just
honestly? I probably just want to think about it a little more.
Just the idea, sleep on it, and make sure. You know,
yeah.
The thing I found, I myself, I like to sleep on stuff before I do anything. I really doubt you're going to wake up tomorrow morning and be like, saving $500 on your next annual TV service and get an extra DVR. You're probably not going to wake up in the morning and be like, man, that silver-tongued devil talked me into something I didn't want. This is going to be a lot better for you. It's really, really easy, and we'll take good care of you. All you have to do is just fill out the top part of this. Rest assured, you're going to like it.
And when's the technician coming?
Let me see, actually, real quick here. Hold on to that for a second. I got, let's see, looks like we're doing the Johnsons tomorrow. Are you free in the after? I could probably squeeze you in the afternoon. Are you like?
Yeah, the real thing is, my wife doesn't get off work until like 7 o'clock tonight. And I think it'd be better if I talk to her about this before I do these. We don't want
to break up any marriages or anything like that. I mean, obviously, you know her best. Is she the type of gal that likes to save money and get better stuff?
Yeah, typically. That's why I asked for the flyer. I just want to show her all the channel lineups, so make sure she's getting everything she likes. I don't want to sign up for something and then she gets all frustrated with it.
I can definitely relate to that. I know with my fiance, I don't like to make decisions without her. Usually for me, it's more of a formality. It's more like, hey, I don't want to take off my wife by making this decision without her approval, right?
Yeah.
The thing I could tell you, John, in all honesty, is let me show you. I'm not telling you what I think or what I believe. The bottom line is, if you look at what you have now versus what I'm giving you, that you're going to get the ability to record 5 shows at once, and obviously you see the application with that.
For sure,
that's a huge advantage. You're going to save considerable amount of money. It's about $35 cheaper per month. That's rough math. $420, somewhere in there. You're also going to get the on-demand, so you can access thousands of movies and shows. I mean, those are all features you don't even have right now. Bottom line is, like I said, we don't want to break up any marriages, but everything you like about what you have now, every single good feature, you're still going to get. In addition, there's many more features that, you can see that, bottom line, you're going to like it a lot better. Rather than try to hunt you down later and all that stuff, it just makes a lot more sense to schedule it when I can get you in where my technicians are already here.
Gotcha.
And like I said, they're going to be at the Johnsons tomorrow between 10 and 2. So if you said your wife gets back at 7, we could probably do an evening. I could probably squeeze that for you. Are you going to be around tomorrow evening?
Yeah, I will. Yeah, I get off at 5. She gets off at 7. So that'd probably be the best thing to just do that.
But yeah, let's take care of that there. If you want to just fill that out, I'll take care of you, man.
All right. What all do you need?
Just this top part there.
All right.
Perfect. So we'll talk about that nonverbal that went on. Let's talk about how you pushed through and actually closed 3 times on the same thing before you got a yes. I think we should probably mention that and help guys understand that it may not be the first time that you get them.
Let's also, one thing I'd like to break down is that all of those objections weren't really the objection. And so, what I heard out of that is, I don't want to make a decision right now. I don't really believe it's about your wife, because I can tell you're the decision maker. I don't really think you need a flyer. You've already seen those. I think you'd rather sleep on it because you're more comfortable doing that. But by doing that, you're actually losing out on all these features.
Well, he doesn't really want to sleep on it. I think there's a...
There's a combination of that and just making sure my wife liked the channels or
yeah.
whatever. But, dude, you got me.
Cool. So let's go over that.
All right. Also, are we going to do a separate wife one?
We are.
Okay, cool.
We are. But just, you're going to have to highlight, obviously, look.
What was the beginning of this objection? I can't remember.
Can I get a card?
Can I get a card?
Okay.
Or a flyer. And Jay will probably say, a lot of times when you hear, can I get a flyer, all that means in my mind is there's some other objection. I just have to find it. And sometimes it'll bring out 3 or 4 other ones before you finally find it.
Mm-hmm.
But, yeah, so it was, can I get a card? So maybe Brandon started out say, hey, that was a great way to handle the can I get a flyer objection.
Oh, one other thing, dude, I think we should add. I want another one where you give me the flyer objection, and then I'm going to plant the seed of an objection in your head and just kind of go with it. So I'm like, we don't really give out flyers. Is there anything else? We're like, nah, I don't really know. It's like, you know what? I think for a lot of folks, it's the hassle. I suggest the objection. You take the bait. I solve the objection. No more objection.
You want to shoot this one again?
We can't. Well, that was
another example
Yeah.
of the same one.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, we can do that. All right. Go ahead.
All right, Jay. That was a great way to handle that flyer objection. I noticed a lot of things in the sale, but the first thing, let's talk nonverbal again. I liked how the folder got set on his leg. He didn't accept it, but you didn't pick it back up. What was that all about?
I like one. It's a cue, right? If I go for a handshake, right, and I'm like, if I hold it out there, I'm going to make you shake my hand, right? If I hand you this and I let the pen roll a little bit, you kind of have to take it. It's a way of being pushy without really saying or doing anything. You're just putting it out there. Once that environment's created where I'm giving you stuff and you're taking it, it's only a matter of time before I tell you to sign and you sign it. I'm giving you instructions, whether verbally or non-verbally, and you're following my cues.
Right. I liked that a lot. Second thing that I noticed in there is, and I think it's really important for a new guy to notice this, there was a lot of persistence. Like he kept, you got to the final like objection a little bit later in, which was, part of it was kind of his wife or whatever. Mm-hmm. But man, you had to push through and close 3 or 4 times before you got to that, and like you actually got him to agree. What was going through your mind? What was the purpose of trying all those different things?
There's 2 things I'm thinking about there. One, I'm thinking, what's this guy really telling me? What's at the core issue? No one really needs a flyer. No one's going to think about it once we leave. So is it a non-committal issue? Is he doesn't want to make a decision? Is it really the wife? Is it a combination of just not feeling comfortable? The other thing going through my head is I know that I'm giving him a far superior product, and that's not subjective. And so by being very confident and very to the point with that and saying, look, this is better for you. It's not my opinion. Look at the numbers. Look at the facts. The decision makes itself. By being confident that I know it's a better product, ultimately, most customers are going to see that, and you just got to hang in there long enough.
For sure. I like that too. Awesome.
There's 2 other things I wanted to note with that. One was, you might have noticed where John started setting himself up for the route close. He said, well, what about this time in the evening? And then I really sold it. I pulled back the binder, I looked at it, I made it this big deal, and I really was like, well, I can squeeze you in. I name dropped after the Johnsons. How about after? And so it really sounded like I was filling a route. I like to make that one sizzle just because it works better. I have this one specific spot for this reason. The other thing is I always like to use ascending closes, saying stuff like, you see where the benefit is, you see where you're saving money, your wife likes to save money, stuff like that. The more yeses they have in the closing cycle, the better chance you're going to close them ultimately.